Hi, welcome to NicheCraft. My name is Kassi and I am your host, and you are looking at my latest giveaway. That's right, I have a giveaway right now and I'm about to tell you everything that's in it. But before I begin, I want to make sure that you guys know two things. Number one, it's really important to me that you watch this to the very end, because if you don't watch to the very end, you won't even know what you're entering to win, and you won't know the terms and conditions, which is really important to YouTube that you guys know when any YouTuber hosts a giveaway. And the second thing is, I want to be very clear that when I pick a winner, I always post it as a video on my channel. So anything else, like if somebody comments back and says that you've won or that you need to text them or something like that, that is not me. The only way that I announce a winner is on the channel as a video, okay? So if anybody who gets any kind of comments or anything like that, the best thing you can do is either report it or tell me about it, and I'll make sure that it gets taken care of. I try to keep up with those kinds of comments, but sometimes I don't catch them all at once. Maybe I'm away from the computer or something like that. So I just want to make sure that nobody is giving their information to somebody that's pretending to be me, okay? So now that that's out of the way, we can start with all of this amazing giveaway that I have planned for you guys. So I have the yarn off screen right now because I want to talk about everything else first before we talk about the featured items, okay? Like the real featured ones. Off the bat, I want to tell you guys that the theme of this giveaway is luxury. I don't know if I pulled it off really that great, but I hope that it will fulfill the requirements for a very luxurious giveaway. All right, so first I want to show you the Notions pouch. I really love this Notions pouch. It's got alpacas on it. It is printed both on both sides, and it's made of this really sturdy, it's like a burlap material. I think that this can also double as a makeup case, although inside of it, it actually does not have any extra like pockets or anything like that. However, it's such a nice size and it's got alpacas on it, so I figured that you guys wouldn't mind if I went ahead and got this one for you guys. So inside of the pouch, you will be getting an organza bag that is filled with these diaper pin stitch markers, as well as a couple of beads that I'll tell you what they're for as I introduce the yarn, okay? But there's a good reason for them. So I'm going to put that in there. We also have these really special stitch markers here. These are wooden. I got them from Darn Good Yarns. Just want to tell you a little bit about them. Darn Good Yarns is a really great company that is very eco-friendly and provides employment to women in countries like South America and India who need employment. And they give them that opportunity by teaching them how to craft and make their own handmade items, which is really, really great. They're a little bit pricey, but they definitely, all the money definitely goes to a really good cause. So I got these really cute wooden stitch markers with these sheep on them. I thought they were adorable. So I've been putting a few of them in all of my giveaways. This is the last bit of those stitch markers that I have, though, so this is going to be the last time they're featured in my giveaways, unless I get some more, and so you'll get 5 of these. Another thing from Darn Good Yarns that I've got are these ceramic sheep buttons. These are all really cute, and these were made by women in South Africa. They are fully washable buttons, and they typically come in just one of these, but I thought that if I included 2 of them, at least you'd have some that matched, and you could make different kinds of design ideas based on this. You know, you don't necessarily have to use these as buttons on a garment. You can use them in all sorts of different kinds of crafting, but I definitely wanted to make sure you guys got a few of those. That said, the next items I want to tell you about. Now, these are items that I usually put in all of my giveaways. We have a tape measure, and we have a row counter. Now, this is a digital row counter. It works kind of like a calculator, okay? So it's got that screen, and what you do is you either use this strap to put it on your finger, or you can just lay it flat on the table or space where you're working. And every time you reach the end of a row, you can hit this button and it will start counting up like that. Isn't that cool? I think that is so cool. And basically it can help you keep track of rows when you are working on a project where you've got to keep track of that kind of stuff. To clear it, you just push this small button here and it will go back to 0. Isn't that neat? So you will also get one of these. So let me speak a little bit to the luxury theme, because I haven't been talking about it the way I meant to. So these are purple because purple is a luxury color indicating royalty. At least it used to be. And I thought that these two purple items would give a nod to that kind of luxury. All right, so what could be more luxurious, I think, than having your own crochet hooks on a key ring? I think that these are so cool. I ended up ordering a bunch of these just because I thought they'd make really great gifts, like stocking stuffers and stuff like that, and would be perfect for some of my giveaways. So what you get is a keychain with these small crochet hooks, and one of them is a 5mm, one of them is a 4mm, and one of them is a 3mm. I have not tried to actually crochet with these, but you know, I don't know if they're practical, but they definitely are a statement. If you want to put that on your keyring. Now another thing is that I'm just probably thinking about this because my daughter is 15 and she's going to be learning to drive soon and all of that. I was just thinking this would make a really good present to a child who is about to learn to drive, who also is into crafting. So just wanted to give another idea of how you could use this. I have this really pretty needle holder, and I just love it. I think it's so pretty. It looks like kind of like a crystal. Well, anyway, inside of here are a bunch of metal darning needles or tapestry needles, and then I also have a plastic one so in there, because I personally really love using plastic yarn needles to weave in ends and all that. But you've got a full set here, and it comes in this really pretty case, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in here too. I just want to show you. It's not really a twist off, it's a pull off. At least I think it is. No, it's a twist off. Of course, it would be the opposite of what I thought. Just trying to hold it close so you can see that twist. Yeah. So it's a twist off. Yeah, there's a lot of needles in there. And you just twist it back on. So that's how you open it. Sometimes, if you're like me and you have challenges with basic sensory items, you know, I just wanted to make sure you were covered. So that is almost it for the notions. But I think this is one of the most important ones. So last time I had a big giveaway, I included these crochet hooks in it, and it was such a hit. So many people commented on them that I was like, I have got to give away the same thing in this giveaway. So you will be getting these nice ergonomic crochet hooks. These are the hooks that I use. They're not necessarily the most costly ones, but they are so comfortable for me, and I just can't praise them enough. You're gonna get from size 2mm, which is a B, all the way to 10mm, which is an N, and then all of them in between, to the point where you'll not just get the K and the L, which is 6.5 and 8mm, but you also get the one in between, which is 7mm. So you get a whole bunch of really cool ones. Another example is we've got this H hook, which is 5mm. We've got the G hook, which is 4mm here. And then we have one in between, which is the 4.5mm, which, you know, again, that is just so nice to have, you know, some of those in between ones to work with. So that said, this is the last thing that's going to be going in this Notions pouch. I might go ahead and take out these buttons to make sure that I'll probably pad them in between the yarn. But just wanted to let you know that that's where all of this good stuff is. And I almost forgot to put this one in there too. So if you've ever ordered from Hobie, you will know that they always send these candies. And I ordered from Hobie relatively enough times, at least, that I put one of these candies in almost every single one of my giveaways at this point. And what these candies are most crocheters that I've watched love this candy. They think it's great. I don't know what they're thinking though, because I personally don't like the candy, so I save them in my giveaway box so that I can put them in giveaways, because you know, I understand that I might not like them, but maybe somebody would like to get one in a giveaway. So that's why I put these candies in there, for anybody who wondered. It might seem like a random thing, but you get it if you order from that Hobie yarn company. And for those of you who don't know, Hobie is a really, really great yarn company. They sell a lot of really nice yarn. Most people know about the Cotton Kings, which is probably what they're most famous for. And also just that they're in Europe. They're not a US site, so that's another thing. So moving on, I want to quickly show you the puzzle that I have. So again, my theme is a luxury, and this cat just looked like it was enjoying a lot of luxury by lounging on this beautiful quilt. And I thought that it would be a nod towards those of you who quilt, because that is definitely another kind of craft that I totally support, especially since I have never made a quilt and don't think I ever will, but I really admire it. I just really enjoy putting puzzles in my giveaways. I think that they're calming, they're fun, they can kind of help you zone out and get into a kind of a flow state and all of that kind of stuff. And when I saw this one and I saw the cat with the little white paws and everything, it reminded me of Baby. I have a cat. He is a tuxedo cat, so he's black with the little white paws and the white throat and all of that. And so I wanted to put this in my giveaway as well. We also have a fashions coloring book, okay? Because, you know, what's more luxurious than wearing beautiful dresses, right? So we've got this nice little coloring book, which is another just calming thing that I like to add to my giveaway. So we've got that as well. And of course, I have the Crayola the Crayola colored pencils that go with that. I also have, well, here, I'm going to move this so you can see this really beautiful bag that I really should have have ironed before I did this, but I will iron it before I send it out. And I will iron it safely too. So this is a Hobie yarn bag. I got it from Hobie, and it says Yarn Lover on it, and I just thought it was so nice. And it's actually really spacious. It's sometimes I will put those kinds of reusable grocery bags in my giveaways because they just make such great project bags, and especially when I'm doing kind of a color coordinated one. But so please don't confuse this with one of those, because this is a little bit bigger and a little bit nicer than that. Maybe not by a whole lot, but it's definitely meant to be a project bag, and I just love that it says Yarn Lover on there. And to go with that, I also have a Yarn Lover bullet journal. I think that it's so cool that that this is a bullet journal, and by that I just mean it has those little dots in it. That's what bullet journals are, if you haven't ever heard of them. And you can either use this as a bullet journal yourself, maybe a project bullet journal or something like that, or you can just use this for your projects, you know, especially as you're designing, because I find graph paper and bullet journals are really great to help just draw out your ideas and figure out the measurements and that kind of stuff. That also helps with patterns as well. I also put in one of these field books. I just love the colors of these flowers on here, and it's just basically a project book. It's a lined journal with a bunch of pages in it. It's got a ruler. I don't know how accurate the ruler is, but I keep one of these around at all times. I personally use these field books specifically, and I even have smaller ones that I use. I have one right here on the table. I guess I'll show it to you. But see, I have these smaller ones too that I write in, stuff like that. So anyway, I wanted to include that, and of course a luxurious gold and silver pen here. They're sparkly pens, they're nice to go with those items. So I'm going to move this stuff back over here so that I can show you the other bag. So this Lion brand bag is massive. It's really big. I'm sure those of you who have watched Bag O'Day have probably seen these on her channel. These aren't necessarily the sturdiest bags, but they are so big and I love them. So I just went ahead and just kept the tag on there. It comes from Lion brand. I believe it might be some kind of anniversary bag, but I'm not certain. Little bag, big difference. By using this reusable bag when you shop, you help animals, nature, and people. Thank you for helping the planet one bag at a time. You know, it's so funny because I don't use these to shop. I use these for my big projects, and look at how, I mean, I don't even know if I can really do justice how huge this is, but it's showing you, it's got a bottom to it, see? It's got a really nice, I don't know how to say it without sounding weird. It's got a really nice bottom, and it stands up, and it is so long. In fact, let me see, it's so big, okay? It's got these nice big handles. Of course you can use it for a reusable grocery bag, but I have these all over my house with different projects in them. I love using bags like this for them, and I really wanted to include one in this giveaway. So now that I have all of that out of the way, we are going to move on to the yarn, and that's where the luxury really starts playing a big part. Okay guys, so I'm gonna just kind of move some of this stuff off. That doesn't mean it's not gonna be in the giveaway, it's just that I want my I want to have my space to showcase all of these yarns. So the first yarn that I want to feature is this Vitilana Oasis yarn that has come from NicheCraft. So NicheCraft is a kind of pricey yarn shop that sells really nice yarn. For example, this is 50% alpaca wool, 25% Peruvian highland merino wool blend, and 25% Surrey alpaca. So it matches this alpaca notions pouch, but it's also just a really nice kind of yarn. Now this is in the colorway Nevada, and it's one of those colorways that have these like kind of splotches of other colors in it without it being variegated. I don't know if there's a name for this kind of dye process, but I always really admire it. If you know the name for that dye process, let me know. I'd really want to know what that's called. But yeah, so you get two skeins of, or two hanks of these, and this is a DK weight, and that's 252 yards or 230 meters per hank. So that's really nice. Oh, and something I want to say. If you win this giveaway and you want me to cake these up, I will absolutely do that for you. There is no problem with caking them up. Some people really like to get theirs in the hanks, and some people really just want it to be caked up because they don't want to bother dealing with the hanks, and I totally get that. So definitely keep that in mind. Another really luxurious yarn is these Hobie 100% cotton Dahlia Cakes. Isn't that beautiful? And this is why I am including a bead. So they always have these like pull tabs on them, which is so helpful. Like, why don't all companies have these pull tabs on them, right? But if you look real closely, it's got multiple strings there all together, okay? There's 4 of them. And so what I do when I am working with, when I'm working with multiple strands at a time, is that I like to put a bead on it and then work with this yarn that's coming out of the bead. That way it keeps all of the yarn together without having them all split and then get tangled up and all of that. It's just such beautiful colors. I thought that this would be a really great one to use. And this is 800 meters or 874 yards. So definitely enough to make a gorgeous shawl with this. All right, I just absolutely love that. So we've got that. But in addition, we also have a Hobie Cotton King, and this is the pastel ones. Again, we have another one where we've got multiple strings though. Okay, so this is a Cotton King, whereas this is, I believe, just is a Hobie specific yarn. It's not a Cotton King. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So the Cotton Kings is pretty much what that's a big deal of what Hobie is known for, especially around this time of year. This is a pastel one, and we've got this beautiful like orchid pink. I really like it. And as you start with the dark color and as you go out, it gets lighter and lighter. It's just one of those just really stunning ways to make a really beautiful piece. Most people make shawls with them, but I would say that another thing to make with them is shirts. I've seen a lot of people make some really lovely tank tops with them. And they definitely can be used for so many other kinds of things. They're cotton, so they can also make really pretty tablecloths, for example, and those kinds of things. So there's a lot of different kinds of things that you can make with those. Both of them basically are really, really gorgeous. Okay, so going on, let's go ahead and talk about this shawl in a ball. Now, I really like to put shawl in a balls in with my giveaways. It's kind of a tradition for me. But this is a color I don't think that I've ever featured before, and it's called Moonstone. So the reason why I thought that Moonstone would be a great colorway to use is, and I was telling you guys in another video about my Australian opal and how much I love it. It's so glittery and pretty, but I also like regular opals as well. So I've got one of those, and opals are also called moonstones. So I thought this would be just a really great way so that I could show off my jewelry, which I think is very luxurious to have these beautiful opals on. And I also wanted to show you just this beautiful colorway, because you've got not only the traditional opals like this, but you've got also this like kind of sunfire opals are really like dark red and orange and stuff like that, and then it's got that beautiful like shine to it. It's got like some tinsel in it, which I think is great. So these have, let me see how much, how many yards are in you. Okay, so first off, it's 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, and 5% other fiber. That is the sparkly tinsel in there. And it is 481 yards or 440 meters. Usually it's got enough to make a nice shawl with it. All right, so I've got that one as well. I'm kind of saving the best for last, or at least trying to here. So I also have this Schockenmeyer. For some reason I cannot pronounce either German or Dutch words right now, but I think it's Schockenmeyer Argentina color. This is 80% acrylic and 20% nylon. Okay, so this is German. And this one is in the color Pirate. That's kind of an interesting colorway for it. I totally see it, but what it reminds me of is like a Renaissance fair, or it's so pretty, it's so different, and it's like it's got all of this really pretty, like I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely unique. It's something that I just imagine how it's so gorgeous. It's already just gorgeous the way that it is already. So the idea of using this to make something is just really incredible to me. So I've got 2 balls of this, and it is a bulky 5 weight, and let's see if I can give you, okay, so it's about 28 yards or 26 meters with both of these, but I just think this would make a really cool like display, especially for like fall festivals and stuff like that. It just shows me that this is some kind of festival. Like, that's the way that I look at it. It looks like a Renaissance festival or some kind of festival like that. It's just so pretty. And I have no idea what I would make with it, but I thought that including that would be really, really great. So those of you who saw my latest unboxing will recognize these, maybe. I'll pick up this one, and how about this one? These are both really good to show the colors. So these colors, let me change my lighting here so that you can maybe see it better. So these are Lion Brand Landscapes yarn, okay? And these are the ones that are called Tropic. Okay, so it's got all of these beautiful jewel tone colors here. All right. And it's just absolutely stunning, isn't it? So pretty. So in my latest mystery bag unboxing, I was unboxing some yarn that Greg got for me, and so many people commented back on this colorway here that I thought that it would just be great to give this to one of my subscribers through this giveaway, because I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I have 3 skeins of it. I know that I could make something with it, but I have so much yarn, guys. I wanted somebody who would really appreciate it to get it, and I just thought that it would be the perfect thing to put in here. And last, look at this. Okay, do you guys know what this is? This is one of those huge, huge balls of Noro yarn. Look at that. Look at all of those colors. So let me see. Again, I'm going to try to change this lighting so you guys might be able to see better. But it's got all sorts of different colors in it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's big. This has got a lot of different stuff in it here. It's kind of pulling back the different layers here. So this is a Noro yarn, which is, as I saw somebody else on YouTube say, a non-cheap yarn. And this is called Bachi, and I am not certain like if that's the name of it or if that's the colorway. I do not speak Japanese. I don't pretend to either, but I can say it's 100% wool, and it's just one of those enormous balls of Noro yarn that you could do a lot of damage with. So I have got one of those as well. So look at all of this amazing stuff. I mean, this definitely makes somebody feel very, very luxurious for having all of these beautiful items. And again, like I said, not everything in this giveaway even fits on the table. So there's a lot of really great stuff here. So now that I have gone over everything that's going to be in this giveaway, it's time for me to read you the terms and conditions. All right, so you're going to want to listen, because this is how you enter to win. YouTube is not affiliated with this giveaway. This giveaway is funded by me for subscribers to NicheCraft. This giveaway is open to residents of the United States and Canada. And those of you who are in other areas, I am going to open my giveaways up to Europe as well when I hit 5,000 subscribers, and then I'm going to open up my giveaways to Australia when I get 7,500 subscribers. Okay, so you guys will be covered, just not until I hit those milestones. To enter the giveaway, you must subscribe to NicheCraft, like this video, and leave a comment answering this question. So you're going to need to leave a comment to this video letting me know what your favorite yarn is. Now, you don't have to use a specific keyword or anything like that. I just want to know, I'm just really curious, what's your favorite kind of yarn? And if it's not like a specific kind, like, oh, I like Lion Brand Landscape, then maybe it will be a certain yarn brand, you know, or a certain color or a certain texture, you know, that kind of thing. Like, for example, some people just really, really love working with merino, you know, some people love working with cotton, that kind of stuff. So what's your favorite yarn? I will choose a winner by random comment picker at 6 p.m. Central on July 20th, 2022. Okay, so that's not really that far off. Okay, you're gonna have a little under 2 weeks. All right, so the winner must answer that question to qualify. I am not going to be putting in a specific text, but if you want to enter this giveaway, if your comment comes up and you have not answered that question, then I'll have to pick another person. So make sure that you answer what your favorite yarn is, and it might be in the next giveaway too. Once selected, the winner must email me with a mailing address within 10 days of the announcement of the winner. If they do not, I will need to pick another winner for this giveaway. All right. So that said, again, I will post a video when I announce the winner. So not only subscribing, you might also want to click on that notification bell so you can know if you're one of the winners. Okay. And also, again, you know, if anybody comments back and tells you you're a winner, it's not me. I will not comment back and tell you that you've won anything. I might comment back and talk to you, but I'm not going to comment back like that. No. I always announce my winners in a video. That said, good luck to all who enter, and look for another giveaway coming soon. I will see you in another video. Bye for now.